Some places are different at night, not because of what happens in them, but because of what keeps happening after everyone has left. We went there to pick someone up. We knew the place well. We had no reason to be afraid until we heard the sound from above and understood that we were not, as far as we knew, alone.
Welcome to the House of Broken Dreams.
Some places seem completely normal during the day. The school around the corner from our house was one of them. I had already talked about it before. It was the same school from whose direction, on certain nights, we heard the impossible sound of a recess through my father's bedroom window. But back then, we hadn't yet connected one thing to the other. For us, it was still simply the neighborhood school. For a time, it was also the place where Mrs. Maria worked. She had already been coming to our house for a while, helping with the household chores a few days a week. She was the same woman who had been with us the night the wall clock seemed to play Happy Birthday while we were having dinner. 4 of us had witnessed that. So when what I'm about to tell you happened, she was not a stranger to us. Besides helping at home, Mrs. Maria cleaned that school. She usually stayed after the school day ended. In the afternoons, when the students had already gone and the hallways were empty. On the days she worked at our house, my father would ask my older brother and me to go pick her up at night and walk her home. In those years, it didn't seem like a strange task. We were kids, but we could walk around the neighborhood after dark. The street was quiet and we knew the way perfectly. That night, we arrived at the school around 9 o'clock. We opened the gate and went in. Mrs. Maria was the only person who should have been there. My brother and I walked toward the area near the teacher's room. The school was completely quiet until we heard something above our heads. Desks and chairs moving somewhere on the second floor. It wasn't an isolated sound. A chair seemed to drag across the floor. Then another. Then a desk. The sound continued, as if someone were arranging a classroom for the next day. My brother and I looked at each other. The explanation seemed obvious. It must be Mrs. Maria. Maybe she was still finishing her work upstairs. So we waited. But the sound continued. Minutes passed and the chairs were still dragging on the second floor. We stood looking upward, trying to figure out exactly which room the sounds were coming from. Then something happened that made us forget the desks and chairs completely. A voice spoke behind us.
Okay, kids, I'm ready. Let's go.
We turned around. It was Mrs. Maria, standing right behind us. The same person we thought was upstairs. For a few seconds, neither of us knew what to say. Then we asked her if there was anyone else in the school. The question felt absurd. We knew perfectly well she was the only person who could be there. Mrs. Maria looked at us. She understood immediately what we were asking.
You mean the sound of the chairs and desks?
We nodded. Then she said something I still remember.
Well, at first it scared me, but now it's just something normal.
My brother and I stayed silent. There was no explanation. We didn't go up to the second floor. We didn't go to check what was moving the desks. We simply left the school. Mrs. Maria closed the gate behind us, and we started walking home. The next day I had to go back into that same school, but it was no longer exactly the same place. During the day, the hallways looked normal. The classrooms were full of light. The desks stayed still. Everything had a simple explanation, but I knew something I hadn't known before. When night came, that school was different. From then on, I started paying more attention to sounds, to shadows, to those small details we normally ignore because they have no immediate explanation. Perhaps because I was beginning to understand something that would take me many more years to fully grasp. We believe that only what we can see exists. But some nights, when the lights go out and the buildings stand empty, there are things that seem to keep doing exactly what they did when someone was still there. If you're watching for the first time, subscribe for the next chapter. Some doors never truly close. Welcome to the House of Broken Dreams.
The House of Broken Dreams. New episodes Tuesdays and Fridays on YouTube.